Some time before the story begins, Hop Frog and his friend Trippetta are captured by one of the king's generals in a far-off land, brought back and given to the king as servants. Hop Frog serves as jester to the king, and Trippetta helps to plan and decorate for social events. She also dances for the king and his court. Both Hop Frog and Trippetta are dwarves. Hop Frog's body is deformed to such an extent that even walking is painful. Trippetta, on the other hand, is perfectly formed but tiny. She is very beautiful. The king and his ministers are all extremely obese and spend much of their time playing practical jokes. They especially enjoy laughing at and abusing Hop Frog. Even his name is the result of their making fun of the way he walks. A masquerade ball is planned for the next night, and Hop Frog is expected to come up with costumes and a practical joke to play on the rest of the guests. Hop Frog hesitates, and the king forces him to drink wine, which Hop Frog despises. When Trippetta tries to intervene on Hop Frog's behalf, the king knocks her to the floor and dumps wine in her face. This angers Hop Frog, and he suddenly comes up with a trick the king and his ministers can play on the masquerade guests. The plan is to dress the king and his ministers up like orangutan and suddenly invade the party, frightening the guests. The king thinks it is a marvelous idea. Hop Frog dresses them in tight-fitting clothing, paints them with tar, and applies flax to simulate hair. As a final touch, Hop Frog chains them all together. On the king's orders, all ballroom doors are locked, and the key is given to Hop Frog. After the beasts have entered, Hop Frog is to lock the final door so the frightened guests cannot escape. On the stroke of midnight, the beasts invade the ballroom, causing havoc. Hop Frog attaches their chain to the chandelier chain, the chandelier having been removed under the pretense that the candles might drip wax on the guests' costumes. Hop Frog draws the orangutan up into the air, taking a flaming torch close for the purpose of identifying the beasts. Hop Frog sets the king and his ministers afire, climbs the chain to the ceiling, and exits through a small opening onto the roof. Trippetta is waiting there, and together they make their escape amid the agonized screams from the ballroom below.